Hello, everybody, and welcome to our channel. I'm Mark.
And I'm Rob.
And today we're going to talk about Sheila Johnson and her insane and delusional comments about wanting Time Magazine to make the whole league, the WNBA, Athlete of the Year instead of Caitlin Clark only. So, hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. So Sheila Johnson helped start BET with her husband, Robert Johnson. And as a result, she's close to a billionaire. So she's like, I think she's worth like 750 million the last that I looked. She may be a billionaire. Who knows? She was a very successful businesswoman. So I'm sure she's smart in that way. But actually, she showed how dumb she was. And quite frankly, she comes across as racist in the things that she said, because you know that if Asia Wilson had won Time Athlete in the Year, she wouldn't be wanting the whole league to get credit for Athlete of the Year. If you don't know, she's the owner of the Washington Mystics, or at least no, she's a part owner, actually, of the Washington Mystics. And she was in an interview on CNN. And I'll go over some of her comments, which are laughable, but what the heck? She was wondering why the rest of the league wasn't given recognition. Well, okay, we can stop right there. Because it's an individual award. Okay, all right.
Yeah, right there, Mark. It's like individual award, not team award, individual award.
It wasn't League of the Year. It was Athlete of the Year. Okay, so she said, so last night, Time Magazine with Caitlin Clark is named Athlete of the Year. Why couldn't they have put the whole WNBA in that cover and said the NBA is the League of the Year? Of course, now you're changing the award for them. Okay, that's nice of you. Because of all the talent that we have. Okay, so they're the only league with talent. I forgot about that.
Oh, right. They have that talent. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Because when we just keep singling out one player, it creates hard feelings. Are you 6 years old? Are you serious? Are you an adult? My God.
Well, Mark, this goes to show you, just because you have a lot of money doesn't mean that you're bright. I mean, and that just points out exactly what I've been saying about how they want that's the whole agenda. We can't promote one person because the other ladies will get jealous.
I don't know what to say. This is bizarre. So she went on. And so now you're starting to hear stories about racism within the WNBA. And I don't want to hear that. Why? Because you are racist? You don't want to hear it too bad. If you're going to act racist, we're going to say you're racist. Okay.
And if that's what your product is, that's what it is. Yeah. And it's obvious to see that. And don't go with the swoosh thing or saying that there aren't any, racists who are blacks, because there are.
We have got to operate and become stronger as a league and respect everybody that's playing and their talents. Well, they don't respect Caitlin Clark or her talents. That's what this is all about. It's because she's white and she's getting all publicity and the money, and that's what you're upset about. She went on, we have so much talent out there that has been unrecognized, and I don't think we can pin it on just one player. Okay, you can't pin it on just one player, but you can pin it on almost all just one player, because the stats and the figures show that. You just have to accept it.
Right. As a business, I mean, as a business owner of the WNBA, your job, like I said, is to make money. So by them not pushing that one player because everyone's feelings might get hurt, or not saying like, oh, we didn't know this was going to happen with Caitlin Clark, right there, that means you're I think you're horrible in business. Then you're part of that horrible business of the WNBA.
She went on, this year something clicked with the WNBA. No, not something. Caitlin Clark clicked. Okay.
She means something Clark. She was using something click, something Clark with the NBA. She kind of misspoke, I think, Mark.
Oh, no, she meant it. And then she said, and it's because of the draft of players that came in. No, it's because of Caitlin Clark. A little bit of injuries, 95% of Caitlin Clark. It's not just Caitlin Clark. It's Reese as well. We have so much talent out there. Okay, you're just like every other league that has talent. Okay, why you keep stressing that you have so much talent? You don't have any more or less talent than any in the league. In fact, you have less talent because you have a small league, and a lot of the women aren't even good enough to make layups.
Yeah, exactly. And you can't run a business because you lose money. We've been losing money almost every year. So,
and then she blames the media. She said, I want to be very diplomatic about this. And then she's not diplomatic. She says, it's just the structure of the way media plays out race. I'm going to be very honest. I feel really bad because I've seen so many players of color that are equally as talented and they never got the recognition they should have. And I think that right now it is time for that to happen. Okay, so why did Caitlin Clark is the only one that set 62 records as a rookie if they're equally as talented as her?
Right.
Right. Okay. All right. Well, obviously they're not equally as talented, and if everyone doesn't have the same talent level, Caitlin Clark looks like she's going to be the most talented player in the history of the WNBA, and that's what's bothering them because she's white. If she's a black player and she was this talented, it wouldn't bother them at all. It'd be fine with them because a black person would be getting the attention instead of a white person.
I almost wish that if Caitlin Clark, which she wouldn't do, like we were talking about beginning of the year, I wish she would go over to Europe or go to another former own league and just see what kind of profit the WNBA would get and see what would happen. I doubt they would have the sellouts and that they had and the notoriety that they had.
Rob, it would have grown a little bit more, just like it did the last 3 years since the pandemic ended.
Right.
That's what would happen. And it would have got back up to the level right before the pandemic. Maybe a little bit more because women's college basketball, well, that got popular because of Caitlin Clark too. So, all right. But anyways,
right.
Anyway, she went on and they asked her about comparisons between Clark and Reese and whether it was a good thing for the league. And she said, I think the media has got to be very, very careful not to make this a race issue. And that's what's really important. The media did make it a race issue. They overrated Angel Reese, gave her too much attention, and underrated Caitlin Clark because she was white. So that's so silly. She's got it completely backwards.
You had a media. You have ESPN, who already crowned Asia Wilson MVP, and then they also put Reese. Most of the broadcasts had Angel Reese ahead of Clark in the Rookie of the Year voting because they determined. Well, one determined Monica McNutty. She determined that if you have the better record, that determines you to have the Rookie of the Year. So how'd that work out, Monica? How'd that work out?
Not very well. One last comment from her. I'm concerned about the infighting and the racial innuendos going on because that's going to turn advertisers away from us. No, you made it a racial thing with Caitlin Clark. That's what's turning advertisers away. That's what's turning fans away. You should be concerned about that. You caused the infighting. Hold down Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is doing her best to help the league rise up and become more popular. And you're hindering her with comments like this and the way they treated her all year long and the things they said about her.
Why didn't she mention that the point where she was getting abused? And she's so concerned about all the players of the league, all the players, no matter what color. Why is she concerned about
all the players? She's only concerned about the black.
Right. That's what I mean. She's saying all the players, but she's not the white players.
This is all about the ABC network. Everyone but Caitlin. So there were some good responses to that. One person said 31% of the Mystics' total home attendance for the entire 2024 season came with just 2 games against Caitlin Clark and the Fever.
Exactly.
He got silent after that, they said. I don't know. And then another person said, for the first time, a basketball player has been named Athlete of the Year, and rightfully so, bringing well-deserved attention to your league, and yet you're still unsatisfied. Unbelievable. Great response to that, Rob.
Yes, that's perfect.
And I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say that we haven't already said in the past or that everyone else is saying. This is all about the fact that they're trying to hold Caitlin Clark down again.
Well, you want to be popular, but you want to be popular your way. You don't want it to be popular where white person.
We've got to go. We've got to root for the women that they want us to root for. No matter how unlikable Asia Wilson is.
Yeah, you don't want to be. You want to be popular, but you want to do it your way, in that promoting black players, which you've been doing all the time. But if a white person comes in who's popular, you keep her. Just like us, like you keep her on the down low. Oh no. But you can't hide it. You can't hide her. You can't. It's just, everyone sees this. Everyone's watching you, and so her statements are really idiotic. And like you see, people are not stupid. They see what's going on.
Well, people are stupid. She's stupid. She might be a smart businesswoman, but she's stupid.
That's what I said. Just because you have business, you're not smart. It's because you're a business person.
Rob, she said one other thing. I don't have the exact quote, but she said, we got to try to move forward, not backwards. Well, there's some good quotes here now. It responds to that. And believe it or not, and people probably know about it already, Lexi Hall was a hater of Caitlin Clark at first. She made a comment like, oh, Caitlin Clark, she basically implied she just shoots threes. And then she said, well, I made 7 threes one time, but she's taking a lot of 3 shots. Well, it turns out Caitlin Clark had better shooting percentage in threes than Lexi Hall, both in college and the pros. So that's not a good argument or good example. Later, after she played against her, before she got the Crohn's disease, they took her out for the rest of the year. She realized how good Caitlin Clark was, and she started advocating for Caitlin Clark fairly early on compared to some of the other blacks, not but the media and players, about being rookie of the year. So she changed her tune after playing against her and realized how good she was. So I give her credit for that. But she was a hater before, but I got to give her lots of credit for this.
Mark, did you say Lexi Hall or Lexi Brown?
Oh, did I say, oh?
You said Lexi Hall, I think.
Oh, okay. I'll have to start over.
Yeah.
I knew that. Something seemed funny when I was talking. So believe it or not, Lexi Brown, who was a Caitlin Clark hater when she first entered the league, she said things like she takes a lot of threes, and she implied, she is about threes and taking a lot of them. And she goes, I made a lot of threes this game, blah, blah, blah. But it turns out Caitlin Clark has a higher shooting percentage both in college and in pros at 3. So it's really not a good argument for her to make. And she said other little snide comments about her. But then when the Rookie of the Year award was heating up, she supported Caitlin Clark pretty early on compared to other black players and blacks in the media, because she's kind of in the media because she goes on to Gilbert Arenas' podcast. Because she said how much better she makes her teammates. So she made a good argument, ones that other people won't make. She's a great passer and makes her teammates really good. So how much she controlled the game. She talked about that because she knows basketball. She realized how good Caitlin Clark was when she played against her. So she realized she was wrong. So I give her credit for turning around, and I give her more credit because she's the hero, because she's the first woman in the league to stick up for Caitlin Clark and respond to these comments. So here are the 4 X's, X, I guess you call them tweets. I don't know what you call them anymore, excretions or whatever you want to call them. Yeah. But on X, this is what she said. So much negative discourse and non-basketball topics. Can't wait to change that. 1. 2, saying that after having to move her team's games to a bigger arena when they played the Fever is absolutely insane. 3, this is the one I like. Can we please stop taking steps backwards?
Right. She was, because Johnson was saying they're taking steps forward, but they're not. They're going backwards. They're taking steps backwards by what is the team? This should be the team should be on the cover, not her.
I just thought it was great that she said, you're moving backwards. Someone's got to tell you that. That's what they're doing, Rob. They don't want to give her credit. That's
what's going to happen next year when she blows up next year? They can't. Like I said, you can run, but you can't hide. You can't hide this. You can't try to. It's like they're trying to cover it up. We have this great person, and we have this, but don't look at that. Look over here. Hey, it's like when you have a kid and they're complaining and you distract them. Look over here.
Oh, sorry, Rob. Sorry.
Yeah. Look over here. Look over here. They're trying to distract you. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen. Sorry.
All right. Sorry for interrupting. This is why some people are saying they didn't like that Caitlin Clark didn't remain neutral, because they're going to hate her anyways. Right. And people said, well, you're giving in to a bully, and now they just want to take more from you. Well, they're trying to take this award away from her. So they were right. It's a good point. You give in to a bully, and he just keeps taking and taking and taking. So instead of, celebrating the fact that someone from their league brought recognition to the mainstream media and the mainstream public, they're trying to minimize it and take it down, which is going to hurt the popularity of the league, which is going to hurt the Mystics owner and her team in the league. And she doesn't see that. She just sees, well, we got to give more black women more credit because they didn't get enough in the last 27 years. Well, guess what? They didn't have a profitable league. That's why they didn't get a lot of credit. That's why people didn't watch. They didn't find them exciting. That's all there's to it. Caitlin Clark is different.
Maybe they should move the games for the Mystics up to Baltimore or up to Philadelphia and have the people sell out those arenas.
I'll go watch the game in Philadelphia if you don't want. If you're so upset about Caitlin Clark coming to your town.
And filling out the arena and helping the people. I've been to the Capitol Center, help the workers, help the people, help the whole area. The place probably was mobbed. I wanted to go to the game, but I was working. But I'm like, it probably was. The only time you see the Capitol Center like that is if the Knicks come in there, Lakers,
right,
and they outnumber the fans, unfortunately, because of the way Washington's teams are playing.
Even though Caitlin Clark somewhat bended the knee, she's still not part of their sorority, Rob, not part of their club. Mm-hmm. And I can't say what percentage of the league, including the players, the administration, the owners, I don't even know, like the commissioner, I can't say what percentage hate Caitlin Clark. But they hate Caitlin Clark to a certain degree. A certain percentage is out there hating her. And that's not going to change because, like I said last video, Rob, it's because she gets so much money and publicity and she's white and they don't like it. And it's a black league and she's straight and it's a lesbian league.
And this proves how dumb they are, how stupid they are. That's kind of scary. This owner, she's an owner of the WNBA team. And she says these type of things. That's kind of scary that she's not the only owner saying this. She's just the one that came out with it. So she's not the only one that's thinking or saying this.
Probably not. I think the black owners, I know Renee Montgomery probably is saying, right on. Right on.
Oh, yeah.
So she didn't make a comment about it. She I think that someone did ask her something, or she hasn't made any kind of comments at all that I know of. So we'll see what happens. But this is disgusting. And it really is sad, I guess is the best thing to say. And it's untrue.
Well, it just goes right to what we've always been going back to, how petty women are. How petty is that? You're a freaking billionaire, and right. You're worried about some person who's doesn't follow your agenda, and that's not white, as white. That's gonna bother you and say these dumb things. That's what really gets me, Mark. I can't believe that. It's just
and I guess I shouldn't have to say this, but it's obvious. The reason she won the award instead of Asia Wilson or any other athlete was, first of all, she did have the advantage. She had the college season, which was like about 2/3 of the college season, and what she did when she broke the record and how well she played in the tournament. And that even though the team didn't win, she played well. And also she got player of the year, and also how well she played as a rookie. And then her impact on both college basketball and the WNBA and women's sports and sports in general. So exactly. It was an easy pick. In fact, if anybody else got it, it would have been a joke. She's obviously the most popular athlete in the country. And she's had the biggest impact in sports in the country. And was the best rookie, 4th best player in the league at the end of the year, supposedly. That's what according to the MVP voting, which is great for a rookie. 3rd highest of all time in the MVP voting. And also she was player of the year and the best college player and one of the best college players of all time. So it was an easy choice. If she didn't get it, like I said, it would have been a joke of an award.
So they were throwing out Asia Wilson. She got most valuable player, which she deserves. She plays hard. But I say outside of the U.S., I don't see too many people out there mentioning her name, Asia Wilson's name.
She's not likable, Robin. She's not exciting. That's
the point right there, Mark. She's not likable. That's the point.
Well, your game's not exciting,
No.
So that's just her style of play, but whatever. But that you can't force people to like somebody or like their style of play.
Yes.
That's just not the way it works.
Mark, is that forcing thing?
It doesn't matter how much they push Asia Wilson.
They want to push her out of there. Juju Watkins. They put it.
Anybody but Caitlin.
I just want to push her out of there. It's so weird to me. It's gotten to the point where it's very weird. That's so strange.
Yeah, you thought NBC was the biggest network right now. No, it's ABC. Anyone but Caitlin. That's the biggest network.
Yeah. And,
That's
we
what
watch.
it's all about.
Yep. Well, and yeah, don't blame the media. You can blame it to them, but don't try to put it on the media. It's you.
No, I don't know what to say, Rob.
You and your other owners and your dumb commissioner, Engelbert Humperdinck, whatever her name is.
I wish I had something very unique to say about this, but this is also obvious, and all things that we've covered in the past and everybody else has covered in the past. And I mean, it's almost like the rebuttal to her comments write themselves. It's like when you say a joke writes itself, the rebuttal rewrites itself. Okay.
Right. Right.
And
The first sentence you said right there. Oh, okay.
All right. This is stupid. So she's an idiot. Sorry. That's what I'm going to say. She may be a great business person, whatever. I feel sorry for her children. And she's worried about, she actually, like, these WNBA players are 5-year-olds that if they don't get the same amount of credit, every player can't get the same amount of credit. That's just not the way sports works. Some people
That's
are
not the way
better.
that's not the way life works. I mean, it's like they're not, it's like this. Well, it's like what they say, reality show, but they're not real reality. This is like a reality show, the WNBA. It's like watching the Housewives or something like that. I don't want. That's exactly what it's like. It seems like.
You know what's so unique and funny about this is that some people said Caitlin Clark, wasn't a great player because she didn't win a title, and they said this is not a participation trophy award. We don't give out participation trophy awards to people because she didn't win a title. It's in a team sport, not an individual sport, and that's what they're doing. That's what they're doing here now.
Yeah,
you want a participation trophy to all the women, all 144. Now I guess it's going to be 156 or whatever in the league, no matter how good they are. Life doesn't work that way. Sorry, Sheila.
Yep, sorry.
You're a racist idiot, and that's my take, and I'm sticking to it. So stop it, because she's making the league more unpopular, and this whole anti-Caitlin Clark thing is making the league more unpopular.
She's bringing the wrong attention.
Pardon me?
She's bringing the wrong attention to the league. I mean, just like injuries. You want your league to succeed, and you want to give them attention, but the attention you're bringing to your league makes people like, what are you talking about? What are you doing? Why are you picking on? Are you not watching this great player and you want to keep her down? And that's what they do to us, black people. We want to keep you down no matter how good you are. We can't have you up there. Sorry. You got to keep you down there, Rob. You can't be the number one. Sorry.
But now when black people do that to white women in a black league, they say it's okay to do it that way. Well, that seems very hypocritical to me.
Yes, it is.
So it's not okay. Either way is not okay. So stop.
No, it's not. Either way is not okay.
It's ridiculous. I don't know what to say. Let us know what you think down below. Hopefully you'll make some intelligent, non-insulting comments. If you like this video, hit the like button. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, please do so. Hit the notification bell when you do so you get notified of our next video. And we can discuss this on our live show, which is every Monday except for major holidays. And that's 6 to 8 Eastern time. And if you want to donate to this channel, you can with super chats and super thanks down below. And there's a link to PayPal. And we'll see you in the next video.
Peace out.